Mr. Transformers 96 here with another video, and I'm going to be talking about a newly shown Hot Toys figure. This time it is from Thor Ragnarok, the Gladiator Thor figure. So this is quite exciting, obviously Thor, we've had plenty of Thor Hot Toys in the past. However, Thor has a completely new makeup going on in this new movie. He looks completely different, and therefore the figure itself is rather different. So we did see this at Comic-Con 2017. Now we do have the official images of it though, and we can see it without its helmet on, which gives you a better look at the face sculpt, as well as, of course, everything it comes with. So the figure is actually looking quite good. Just starting off with the face sculpt, I think the face sculpt is pretty solid. I do like it. With less hair though, it does have a more simplistic look than their past Thors. I personally really like the Thor head sculpt that I have, and I have the Dark World head sculpt from Thor 2, and I do think that one is still better. And I'm not quite sure why it's better. I think just because there's more facial hair on it, it doesn't have to be perfectly cut, because there's obviously the hair that can cover some of the details that this one has to show, basically. So I do think that that's still a better head sculpt. However, I really don't have an issue with this one. I do think that the expression is very weak, though. It's kind of stern, and it looks rather boring. I think that they should have gone either more into the almost like a Star-Lord type of head sculpt from the first one, where he's got a bit of a smirk, considering Thor has kind of become a comedic character, and with Taika Waititi directing, this is going to be a very comedic movie, I would imagine. So I think that head sculpt would have really fit nicely, or gone with a really like angry, intense, like I'm about to fight Hulk, head sculpt. I think that those would both suit this figure a lot better than what they actually chose. What they chose is rather plain and boring, because as you can see, like, he doesn't look like he's about to fight Hulk with that head sculpt. He looks like he's about to sit down and have his morning coffee with that head sculpt. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of the expression, but the sculpt itself is quite nice. I do like the paint, the red paint. I think it looks really good on him. I actually think that the head sculpt looks better without the helmet on, which is really weird. You'd think that the helmet would cover up a lot of the face, and therefore it would look better, but for some reason I think without the helmet on it actually looks nicer. His costume itself is rather nice. If you got some armor pieces on it. I do like the fact that his left arm is like completely full of armor. I liked his cape as well. The new cape looks very neat. It's kind of ratted and kind of torn up on one of the sides, which I think looks very cool. And yeah, overall I think that does look very nice. He has rubber arms. This is very disappointing. I'm a big hater on the rubber pieces on Hot Toys. I just don't like them. They're gonna crack. They're gonna be damaged. They're so not worth it. Would much rather have a visible joint and call it a day, and then I don't have to worry about the item actually breaking. So it's a shame that he does have full rubber arms. This isn't the first Thor with rubber arms, though. I wish that they would have made them, like, look at that. This bend here, it creates such a disgusting crease, first of all. And second of all, that, just having it crease like that is going to make the rubber damage even faster. And it's also going to leave those lines in there, too, if you leave them posed like that for a while. So, just, there's no benefit to rubber. I know that for the pictures, it looks better. But in practicality, actually having it yourself, there's no benefit to rubber, in my opinion. And I think that anybody that collects Hot Toys would probably agree that the rubber's not worth it, because the figure won't last. Especially with the one arm having so much armor on it, it would have been nice to at least get a joint on that arm. But unfortunately, that is not the case. And as you can see, you can have the armor a little bit less, like you can have it fully going up his arm, or you can have it just at the forearm there, whichever you prefer. Going over what he comes with, there's two different versions. There's a regular and there's a deluxe version. The regular one comes with a helmet, a shield. The shield looks really nice. I actually really like it a lot. You've got two swords, two just kind of caps for the swords to make it look like they're in his sheath there at the back. He's got that baton, I guess you can call it. Not quite sure what that is 100%. A base and a supply of hands. No Mjolnir, though, his hammer. Obviously, that does get destroyed before he gets the makeover, essentially, I assume. So that's kind of that's interesting. Of course, for Thor not to come with the hammer, interesting. But then that's his standard supply of of accessories. You do obviously get the deluxe versions if you buy the deluxe, which comes with 2 extra swords. Not 100% sure what those swords are. I have no recollection of seeing them in the trailers or anything, so maybe they'll hold some importance or something, but for now I don't quite know what they are. And they're a little unnecessary. I think that the blue ones are more striking because of their color and shape, so I think that those are a lot better. And then he comes with a Sakaar rifle. Wait, Sakaar, weren't they? I feel like that was the name of the villains in the first Guardians of the Galaxy, like just the foot soldiers. The Sakaaran, aren't they? I'm a little confused. Okay, I'm just noticing that now. But anyway, he comes with that weapon. We do see him use that in the trailer. He uses it with Loki, so I would imagine that the Loki figure will also come with the deluxe few accessories, and one of them would be the gun as well. If I plan to get this, no, I don't. I think that if he had visible joints on the arms, this may be appealing to me, it may be tempting to me. However, I probably still wouldn't get it because I have a Thor. It's, it's a much more classic looking Thor. So, although I do really like this drastic change, it's not 100% needed considering these are so expensive. But just the Thor line in general, very excited to see that we have that we have 3 Thor figures on pre-order already, or 3 Thor Ragnarok figures on pre-order, which means that hopefully they'll get to the figures that I want, which are, I'm interested in Valkyrie. Probably won't pick her up though, but I'm certainly interested. I think that she has rubber arms, and if she does, then I won't pick her up, but I am interested in her. And then Hela, I'm very interested in, and will absolutely be purchasing her, assuming they actually put her on pre-order. She is a villain though, so you never know, but considering that they've already gone through 3 figures, and the movie still has more than a month before it's released, I think there's a good shot that we could get Hela, because there's really only 3 other figures that they need to put on pre-order. Loki, Valkyrie, and Hela. So that would be excellent. Hopefully we will get Hela very soon, because I am very excited for that figure. If you're going to buy this one, I don't think that the exclusive accessories are really worth it. The gun is kind of interesting, and if you wanted to pose him Loki with it, that's kind of fun, but I don't think that it's really necessary. And those swords I find completely unnecessary, because his other swords that he comes with are better in every way, in my opinion. So overall, wouldn't really recommend the deluxe unless it's like really a good price and not much more than the standard. I would guess they're not on pre-order yet as of filming this. I would guess that the standard version will be about $220, maybe $225. The deluxe version $240, $245. That would be my guess. So there you go. Can't wait to see some more Thor figures, and I am extremely excited for the Thor Ragnarok movie. Big fan of the director, and so far I've been really blown away by the trailers. So very excited to see that, and very excited to get Hela on pre-order already. So there you go. That's my thoughts on this Thor Ragnarok Hot Toys Gladiator Thor figure. Let me know what you guys think of it, and thanks so much for watching.